What's going on, folks? It's James, aka Spinderella Man, the Spinner Song and Sound. Today, for episode 6 of S.OH.S, we're doing another album review for a project I produced for my character Sinderella Mann. I really think I brought something timeless to the table on this project, representing hip-hop as classic as it deserves to be treated, and all the cuts to me are strong, standalone records, which I don't ever purposely make works of art to be weak, but some of it might hit more based on who's feeling it. There's a lot of coding to this work, so keep in mind, for you to fully appreciate it, you gotta understand what hip-hop started off as, because I gave shout-outs to a lot of talent from prior eras, and never did I say that was just hip-hop artists. This project's name came to my mind randomly a few weeks ago, which I just dialed in from there, and the greatest art usually is inspired spontaneously that becomes true magic. So without further ado, folks, or for Neverlanders, let's dive into the track notes. Track 1, My LP is Fatter. So this was a simple yet effective skit I made with scratches and some boom bap. There was a great intro, I feel, to an album proclaiming who's got them obese sounds, so I'll leave it at that. Track 2, Elite Heat Speech Chiefs. So this song has a dope story, and basically I came up with the title hearing Chris Calico spit something on Strange Music Box by Tech 9, then I just took the ball to run with it like all dope rhyme sayers do, so I'll leave it at that. Track 3, Type Songs and Production Pablum. This skit I feel had to exist because generic creatives who are creatively bankrupt or just lack talent drive me nuts, and that all stems from inexperience in the trade of music, especially when past eras of hip-hop music were totally original. You couldn't even understand the samples some of these cats used on albums back in the day because their instrumentals or beats were as hard-hitting as the dope-ass rhymes they were spitting, which nowadays, technology puts a hamper on that by making it easier to produce and record. So skill set is saturated in not just hip-hop, but all of studio album production. Real hip-hop is not on the radio or even becomes a highly valuable mainstream commodity for that fact. But I'm speaking from experience as usual when I state all true hip-hop chemists should know how to work the mic like an MC and or lay down some sick cuts DJing like Sinderella Mann alongside myself does, becoming Destiny Dreams on this surreal true magic shit. Track 4, Half Famous, Still Clutch. This was a score I had laying around for months ago and was trying to figure out what project to put it on, which some of these blind cats can fantasize about making songs in the studio all they like, but the struggle is harsh when your ass is in high gear, smashing the clutch, living life a quarter mile at a time, jotting some high octane down, looking for a come up. Whether fortune or fame comes is hard to say unless you're the chosen few. So a lot of cats miss out on some of the illest cats known to man that are mad tight, who aren't widely known, so I hope others understand as well as can feel what's half famous, still clutch. Track 5, Shelved. This was a single, and I feel Shelved resonated perfectly without any or all creatives feel being depreciated after producing some hot shit that's got wild style. That just is what it is, whether whack shit gets a leg up by endorsement or because your hype tracks just don't get recognized like they should, which being shelved is life, folks. You can still live on through that life work though, so don't let someone tell you otherwise, because I have a life outside my songs and I'm quite happy with it while building my career relevancy, plus doing other vital life things as a grown-ass man, such as put myself out there in the world, which without doing that, you won't ever risk making something happen, whether it's asking someone on a date or finishing a record, which ain't cheap. So you know I stay nice like that alongside other fellow Sonic Soul Sorcerers. Track 6, Underground Staples. This track was such a dope idea. Like one day I was randomly thinking about the motto for the Office Center Staples, and I was like, how can I fit that into a track? Then just put some hot sauce committee over it, which I brought some serious justice to that one. That's all you need to know from a guy living to be Underground Staples. Track 7, The Freak Freak, the final joint on this dope project, and that title comes from a Beastie Boys song I'm not going to get into, but this cut itself is a very empowering joint with more than just the sauce. It's got the freak freak, so use shit to your advantage like I do, and then hopefully you can flatten all your problems or worries, whether you're a true b-boy or not, which them cats never die. Wrapping this up, check True B-Boys Never Die with the Freak Freak out on the 6th of January and peep all its other funky fresh technique, besides just the single Shelved. Also, consider buying the album too on iTunes and supporting independent creatives. This project was all from my inner workings, and I loved cutting all those joints that has an odd yet familiar sound resonating as true if you can dig it. Let me know what you think, peeps, and stay light you're grooving in the swing of delight. This has been Spinderella Man, representing for all of For Neverlands. Checking out. Peace.